Welcome everybody to Sarge's Discharges, the only fucking podcast for you. Alright, let's cut this shit. I'm gonna talk about something that's been on my mind just a little bit today. So, today while I was at work, I had a little bit of a thought. Right? I was talking with someone how they still have a certain gaming system that still works perfectly fine to this day. And people would wonder how. I bet you're wondering, what the hell are you talking about? Well, my friend, I am talking about the history of gaming right now. And the system in question I am mentioning specifically is the Atari. Yeah, if you can believe that someone still has that. So, I just brought up a good point to myself, and I figured this would make a great topic for this week, since I'm tired of shit, to be honest with you, and I could probably only do this for a little while, so it'd be the perfect little conversation. You guys still get a live stream, I get to go the hell to bed, and we both get to talk about something that I never thought I'd be talking about, even though this is very clearly a gaming channel. Now, let me talk about the fact that my first gaming system, personally, for the longest time I wanted to say it was the PS2, but it actually was not. My actual first system was the SNES. That I remember having a couple games on it that I actually really love to play, and it brings back some memories right off the bat, just thinking about how I had that and how awesome it was and stuff. And then I just think how that kind of hit the fan a little bit, and I then got a PS2. Which, let me tell you, that system, that fucking system, little did I know, would carry me for a couple generations to come. Now, if I still had my PS2, I could honestly say it would probably still work 100%. And sorry, just spaced out for a minute there, because I'm just constantly thinking about all those different game systems that would come out, and I didn't get a chance to really see most of them, to be quite honest with you. I remember Pong was like the first official sign of gaming, right? And that alone would go to evolve the entire industry. I'm sure if you were to go to anyone that grew up during these times, and you would say, "Hey, did you know that?" What would be a good example? Did you know that Red Dead Redemption? Oh, no. Did you know that Call of Duty Cold War evolved from Pong? Now, if anyone would come to me and tell me that, of course I fucking know. So I would just give him my classic answer. Yeah, you didn't know that? How fucking long were you under a rock? How long until you realize all games we have now were evolved from fucking Pong? The game where you just basically play tennis with two bars and a tiny ball. Now, of course, it started with Mario, I think, was the first popular game that officially evolved from, what essentially Pong was. Because, of course, you have, like, all these different arcade games like Asteroids and Galaga and stuff like that, but those, like, I'm not talking about arcade style games, you know what I'm saying? Those games clearly have their homes on games already. We first music please. Yeah, I could definitely say that's another thing, right? And honestly, thank you for bringing that up on, because that is something I could talk about for a while, right? You talk about Wii Sports, I just think of all the hate that goes around the Wii system, and I can only say, why, right? Why is there so much hate around the Wii system? I mean, think about it this way, right? It's the first system that really got the image of the motion controller, right? It focused its entire system around the motion controller. Why are you going to hate it for that? It's the first system that really had that. And I don't think anybody really understands that. Okay, yeah, sure, there was the SNES that had this, like, wire controller type thing, but no, I'm talking full wireless. People won't see how good it was for its time. You're damn right, honey. You're damn right. Actually, I think it's, come to think about it, I think it's mostly millennials that diss it worth the shit. Like, I'm actually gonna look up some statistics right now while I'm live. I'm gonna go say. Why did the Wii get so much hate? I'm looking it up right now on GameFAQs. Several reasons. Well, this is just from one person. I'm not gonna go through any of these because these aren't actual factual. This is what people think is really wrong with it. A lot of games made poor use of motion controls, and thus people were under the impression that Wii games were based around gimmicky motion controls without actually playing a large chunk of the library. That point, I mean, it depends how you want to look at it, really. Apparently, PS3 got a lot of hate as well. Yeah, well, when it comes to PS3, the only people I can think that hated it are millennials and people that prefer Xbox for whatever fucking reason. I mean, come on. It's not. It's just not, and it will never be canon to me that people will hate the PS3 so much. If anything, it was probably one of the most legendary systems because not only was it the first and probably only system that you could put all of your own music onto it and actually use it in games. The games themselves utilize your library music and it would play it on the games. Also, that sucks for the PS2. Like I said, I had the PS2 when I was a kid, and that's why I have like a place in my heart for it when it comes to that. But when I'm comparing it to all the systems in general, it doesn't come close to half the systems out there. The way that the PS2 worked was stupid. It was just stupid. The games were alright for what the graphics were supposed to be at that time. Now, mind you, this is early 2000s, so things are kind of like picking up a little bit graphics wise, and I get it. But most of the games looked like ass. How you're gonna tell me, right? You're gonna have the graphics that you do and the Call of Duties at the time, but you're also gonna give me stuff like Resident Evil that have worse fucking graphics. See, the PS1 is a different story. That I feel like all the developers got it right with the graphics compared to the date and time of the system. That's another thing right there. So many companies are trying to go for what's most cost efficient, what's going to make them the most money. But that's not. I hate all these companies that are money driven, and that's something I can easily talk about in its own podcast right there. You know, but for this purpose, I hate all these companies that make a game or make a system or hell do DLCs in a specific game just so it's extra money in their pocket. PS1 games were still getting released. I mean, for real though. But I also do like that that's been going on for generations where they give you a chance to get new games and save up money for the new system and still have relatively new games to play for a little while on your older systems. It's actually a very nice matter that has always happened like that, and it kind of felt optional at least for a temporary period of time, and that's one of the things I could really actually appreciate when it comes to gaming is there's a lot of factors that are fair, but there are also a lot of factors that aren't fair. It kind of in itself, talking about it that way, it is more often than not a fair way to play. I feel like I'm boring myself here. I should get some music on in the background, just a little bit, if it even goes through. Don't worry, I'm only gonna play my music. PSP is yes. See, the thing I hate about the PSP Vita is it feels like it's trying to be a mobile phone without being a fucking mobile phone. This is that right there is like it's fine, but it's not what anybody frankly wants to see. It's just not. And it's something that is depressing in that matter. Because the thing that made the PSP so great was that it literally held true to its name that it's a PlayStation Portable. The PSP Vita tried way too hard to be both a control. Yeah, exactly. The Vita tried way too hard to be essentially what was a mobile phone mixed with a controller, and that threw everything fucking off for me because this is, and then like you've raised the cost too, like it's an actual system. It's like why not make it cheaper so it's like it's a cheaper, more cost efficient kind of mini handheld system. I mean, like, hell, you look at the time of when I gotta go for reference here. Trying to go for when the 3DS came out. Okay, so March 2010. So when did the PS3 come out? Or I should say, when the Wii come out, because that's what I'd be looking for. Okay, I can compare that. That's 2006. Wii U. 2012, getting closer. Okay, good enough. So, and that's another thing with the Wii U. It's like there was also a lot of hate with the Wii U too. But why? It's like, yeah, I get it. It's a Wii. It's a little bit more of a costlier Wii, but with a different kind of controller. But it's because of that different controller that you could that you could play all these like expensive games that need that controller. Shit, one of my favorites on there. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to look for this one. There was one I always played with my one buddy, and we loved the shit out of it. We'd play it so much. Nintendo Land. That's what it was. That game was actually fucking cool. I loved everything about it. Because, like, it had different expensive things on it. You could go in and just have fun with going to these different worlds that are kind of like concept worlds. I know there was this one thing. Oh, like my baby. No, you're not just my buddy. You're my best friend and my girlfriend forever. Get that straight. Anyway. But with Nintendo Land, one of the favorite things I always did with it was that Legend of Zelda game. I'll never forget it. Oh my god. Fucking nostalgia. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah. The PS, like, I'll look up even for my own reference right now. PSP versus the PSP Vita. See, the PSP is a great, like, it looks like it's a handheld version, a cheaper, sorry, I never had a Wii. Aww. I feel like you would have liked it. Wasn't bad, wasn't good. It was kind of like in between for both of us. But yeah, the PSP really felt like it was a handheld version of the PS3, and that was actually what made it really fucking amazing. What the? I'm not even going to. There's a couple articles when I typed in PSP that are concerning. The Philadelphia Police Department. What? Oh god. I had the Hannah Montana exclusive purple PSP next to me as we speak. Aww. Yeah, and then like you look up PSP Vita, and it really does look like it's trying way too hard to be a mobile phone with the way the apps are. Like literally, they don't even feel like actual like controls anymore. They're just apps at this point, and it's fucking stupid. It's stupid to me. Like, okay, I get the concept for trying to go with a new sort of concept, a new way of thinking about it. But it doesn't. I'm sorry, but it does not look right. Looking at looking at a picture as we speak for reference. I'm offended. Why? I'm talking about the PSP Vita. But seriously, all the Vita's icons look like they're trying to be mobile phone icons. You mentioned the yeah, because I'm dissing it. I'm comparing the two so I can diss it. Do you not know how I work by now? I like dissing things. Yeah, let me see. I do want to see for myself now. When did the PS3 versus the PSP? Yeah, 2006 PS3. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to. PSP console, thank you. Wait, 2004. Oh wait, released in Japan on okay 2004. Still earlier. So you might as well say the PS3 feels like a more advanced version of the PSP because the PSP had that loadout before the 3 did. It makes sense now. Don't look at it. I love it. Thank you, honey. Ah, man. See, the thing is, you know, and start to learn when you actually look them up for once, instead of just hearing it from other people. Oh my god. There was this game I always played on the PS2, and I can never get past a certain point, but I think I could actually, like, beast through it if I played it to this day. I kind of want them to make a new game of it. How about the GameCube? Oh, yeah, I'll get back to that in a second. GameCube. Oh my god, honey. Released by Nintendo in Japan on September 14th, 2001, in North America on November 18th, 2001. And in PAL territories in 2002. Wow. Wow, that's right. Successor to the N64. I don't know how much of a successor it really can be though, because like the N64, honestly, I think this is just coming from bias, honestly, because I really liked. See, the N64 is another system that got a lot of hate. I think mainly just the controller is what I mean. The controller wasn't like as bad as people think it is, in my opinion. But I think that's just because I got fucking massive fucking hands. I can handle that sucker like it's nothing. But the N64 was, oh my god. You're working on the wheels. Oh hell no. No, because honestly, now here's something that the millennials don't have under their belt. Something that was my entire childhood. In fact, you know what? No, look at the regular one. Let me shut something about the N64. Well, you're in luck. I will. Because instead, I'm going to look up something else that was a part of my childhood forever and a day. The DS. Specifically the DS Lite. I'm trying to see when it came out. Oh, there it is. 2006. Yeah. It's a Gen Z item. And you know what? That DS Lite was most of my childhood. And I fucking loved that shit with every fucking burning passion, every fiber of my being. And then it was even better when I got the 3DS, which was 2010. Literally 2010 on the dot. Yeah. See, the 3DS, honestly, I do prefer the DS Lite because it has that slot for Game Boy Advance games. With the 3DS, it doesn't really feel like you're getting a hell of a lot more. But I do kind of like how you can organize stuff around, and you've got like these apps to like go and like, how to explain it? The 3DS feels like a handheld Wii, is essentially what it feels like. The DS itself, though, it really does feel how it's supposed to be, and that is its own handheld system. It is its own system by birthright because of its contents. The 3DS, on the other hand, when you look at the menu, it looks like it's trying to be a Wii menu, which is fine. But I mean, hey, Nintendo, you do you. Yeah, let me look up some images real quick for the DS Lite. Because that was the one I had. Oh my god, yeah. Looking at all these is just automatic nostalgia. The best part about it. See, the best part about the DS Lite, I think I'm going to miss, is the fact that you could play Guitar Hero and Band Hero and games like that, because that Game Boy slot wasn't just a Game Boy slot. You could put those kind of games into it because it had that slot for the controllers. And that's what made it really so beautiful, is that slot alone. It was fucking amazing. Going, my god, seriously, going through some of these. Apparently they had like some sort of DS Mini or some shit like that. I remember saying that the Game Boy Advance Street Fighter game looked like old. It came out in 2000. Oh my god. That might be why you were saying it looked old, because it was as old as you were. At the time, you didn't know any better. No, but jokes aside, I do get what you're saying. There were a lot of games that were like that, though. That they were just. They looked old because they had slightly older graphics. And that is because this is the time, this is that beautiful time that we were evolving from 90s stuff. All the fucking systems and shit that came out in the 90s. This is the time when we're evolving from that. And everything got more interesting. And graphics started getting better. The games and their stories started getting better. Things like that. Like, honestly, I think hands down the DS is my favorite system. I could go on and on and on about it. How much of a great system was. I may have to look on eBay one day for another DS Lite just so I can play my Band Hero again. I have missed playing that game so fucking much. Expense Spider-Man, Barbie, and the 12 Dancing Princesses. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna ask him because I understand. It's those kind of things, right? Those sort of things you just want to go back to. I realize such a shame though. I do miss all of that. I like the different kind of like textures it had with it too. There's like enamel navy, white, ice blue, Nintendogs, China Dragon, pink, black and blue, black Pokemon, Mario Red. I love the Scooby Doo game on GBA. Oh my god. If it's the one I think you're talking about, then fuck yes. Yeah. The fucking Scooby Doo games. I feel like I had the Cyber Chase one. Or it could have been Mystery Mayhem. I know I had to have one of them. I think I had the combo. You know, the cheap person had two jump forward. Yes! Talk about a game that's fucking childhood. Oh my god. I really could get lost looking at all of this. It's these kind of things. Oh my god. Sadly. Honestly, the reason why I think I got into gaming so so fucking hardcore. And like it's the reason for this podcast, of course, is because gaming changed my life forever. I started playing games. I think mom got me them just to help with the ADHD originally. But after a while, they started becoming more than just a coping mechanism. I started actually like enjoying them for the games that they were and just everything about them, and they became a way for me to challenge myself where puzzles couldn't do that for me because I don't have the patience to sit for a puzzle. I'm sorry. I don't. I commend other people that do though. Their kids are getting a PS3 and a DS. They would be technology exactly. I'd be like, it's the best 10 technology you're ever gonna get, you little shit. Now have fun. Make yourself a wrestler in wrestling and let me know what kind of theme song you want to put with them. That's what I'd say. Like, that's what I think would be my favorite concept to making, like, using the PS3 and playing wrestling with the PS3. Is because you could make, easy gold tier. Like, you could literally make your own custom wrestler with whatever stuff you had inside of the game. Right? And then just pop a theme song, or like make yourself a custom theme song for that wrestler. Pop it in there. And then next thing you know, in a couple more steps, you could be using it for your own theme song. It was gold. Fucking perfect. And those kind of days I just miss. Because they were so gold. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like that I can actually physically record now with the PS4. And that they did move that feature over to the 5 too. Which isn't bad. It's not a bad path to follow. I'll grow up and kind of miniature. Yeah, and you know what? So do I. Especially when you see stuff like, you know, something from the, God forbid, the fucking 80s. The synthwave coming back. The fact that synthwave was completely fucking 80s stuff and that was like a big thing in the 80s. And that there are a lot of people using it as like their aesthetics nowadays. And hell, even music artists. Some of my favorite kind of songs are like 80s synthwave based. And it's a great thing that you do have people keeping that kind of stuff alive. The 80s supposed to out to the movie. Me. Yeah, I want to say for me it was 2010s. Like, primarily. I mean, I definitely demo. Like, wait, I might actually be in the same boat as you, though, come to think about it. Like, I know 80s definitely has to be there, though, because it can't be anything else. I look at all the things I like so much, right? I was literally just talking about how I wish I got a chance. I had a chance to experience growing up with the Atari, or growing up with being able to experience an actual arcade, like with lots of other people around me, not just me and a few other people that won't appreciate it. Yes, I'll take that. In fact, I'm screenshotting that. That's fucking perfect. because it's like, I mean, shit. One of my favorite cars, the fucking DeLorean. It doesn't drive worth a shit, but fuck, can you get that thing to look cool? Alright, I'm starting to get off topic. This is a fucking gaming stream, pardon me. I like how I've gone from for the love of gaming to the love of the fucking vintage eras. This meeting was the only good thing about 2016. Yeah, I'm not even gonna look up all the events that happened in 2016 because it was just too much. I definitely want to say 2016 was the starting year for shit to hit the fan, and it was not something that either of us wanted to deal with. Vince Kimmy gave me too, baby. This is true. And it's a point I was just bringing up with. I wish I had grown up with the Atari and the Sega Genesis and gotten to experience all of that. Matter of fact, I'll look up 80s consoles. My 16 and all the girls be looking at like, I mean, shit. You got that right, honey. Oh yeah, see, 80s gaming consoles were fucking amazing. The Atari is a big one. Yeah, all those fucking millennials think they had it rough in the 90s. Bitch, please. Growing up in the fucking 80s was rougher. Just personal advocates. Yep. They're all fucking oranges. And it's funny because I never ever liked them. And I mean ever. See, I'm also looking at the pricings of stuff. You would think that the 80s stuff would go for like jack shit nothing. But because the 80s were so good, everything has just gone up. Bunch of kids, Mom, Daddy, do you remember the Trump era? We're gonna be like, sit down, you little shits. We got a long story to fucking tell you. Oh man, I can just imagine. Mommy, Daddy, who's Donald Trump? Sit the fuck down, you little shits. It's time for you to learn about 2016. Oh god. Just thinking about how that man was fucking in control for so long, and I just... How? How was he in control for so long? Yes, Biden is definitely the sequel. He is the fucking squeakle. No doubt about it. But for real though, you see all the things that Biden fucking did. God damn. Fucked it all up. You know what? Fuck it. There's no point. I'm gonna change the name. of the podcast to going vintage. Because at this point, it's like, when I'm talking about gaming, I can't really just talk about gaming. I have to talk about the eras they came up in and how everything was just so much more different back then. And God, I was gonna say that I missed one of the older presents, but I really don't. Oh God, was it one specifically? But yeah, now I can safely make myself feel like I'm going vintage without actually. Yes, Abe. He was the only one that even tried to do anything. He's the only one that tried to do something serious about the slave shit. That's one of the biggest reasons, like, we all miss him. Shit. Like, even looking at old fucking cards. I'm gonna look at old Yu-Gi-Oh cards because, like, just thinking about the cards then, and then thinking about them now. Um, oh God. You're gonna be George Washington versus William Wallace. Oh, for fuck's sake. Talk about one hell of a fucking match. Yeah, 2000s Yu-Gi-Oh fucking looked so much different. And they changed it around completely. What? I thought we were just going to disagree on what? That George Washington versus William Wallace? Fucking BRB was good. And probably really fucking accurate. I would never disagree with that. Generator Rex. Yes, talk about shows of our fucking childhood. So I'm gonna compare what the same thing that everybody else seems to want to fucking compare. Generator X versus Ben 10. Because all these idiots don't fucking seem to understand Generator X on no fucking means was trying to copy Ben 10. And it doesn't even look like it's a copy of Ben 10. You fucking dumb hells. Dumb hells? What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm getting tired. You dumb fucks. No, I'm gonna bring it up to the public. We already have fucking discussed this. Generator, like, it's stupid, especially because Generator Rex turns into, he can turn, first of all, he can turn individual body parts, okay, individual body parts, into whatever machine thing he fucking needs. And that's not even talking about how every machine is completely different, and he's made I don't know how many fucking machines out of his body. Pantone, on the other hand, he only has so many aliens that he can change into, and he only can change into them for a short period of time before it changes back to human Ben. I don't see any similarity there at all. Hit collab and the animation was the same. They both physically changed the routines. That's all very common. Yeah, I see that fucking Benton reboot bullshit. Oh man. What fucking idiot, seriously. Oh god. And the force was okay. Oh, 5 is better. Oh fuck yeah. I can't fucking unsee it now. One of Ben's aliens, someone's compared to fucking Starscream from I want to say 2010s. Man. Yeah, Alien Force. I'll agree. Transformers from Starscream. I think so. Here, I'm actually gonna go back to the images I was at. Oh no, I don't think it is. Here, no, back too far. I'm just gonna go back to the image I was at before, which I forget now where the fuck that was. There we go. God, that's one thing Ben always had. He knew how to give terrible fucking names to all of his aliens. It's fucking a motherfucker that grows. You're gonna call fucking way big. Really? Thumbhead. Oh my god, yeah. Now that, talk about an alien to always love. It's funny. It's also like, whenever Ben did Diamond Head, he seemed a lot more focused. And a lot more like wiser what he had to do as far as everything went. That's one reason you gotta love Diamond Head, seriously. That's why I'm glad I made Ethan, because Ethan to me is kind of like a mix of like that one character I showed you with Diamond Head. But at the same time, like, he is. I have. What the fuck? God damn it. I'm not going to fucking repeat that on stream. Oh, man. This has been a really fun stream. Thank you for coming on, man. This is what I need. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna bring it on camera for a second. I don't know what you're talking about. Sure. Alright, let me switch that over. No. Okay. So this is Way Big, one of Ben's aliens. And then just randomly, a picture of fucking Starscream. Right here, picture of fucking Starscream. Alright, as we come up to the hour mark, I'm gonna get ready to hop off because I'm definitely starting to feel myself pass out, and I've still got laundry to fucking fold, so this is gonna be a fun rest of the night. Wait, it's not? Who the fuck is this then? Oh. I'm fucking retarded. Wait, who the fuck is TFP now? Knockout is a medical officer and former member of the Decepticons. Originally, Knockout was located to Earth after being summoned by Starscream. So there was some kind of relation there. He was summoned by Starscream to aid the damaged Megatron. Knockout soon made a rival of the Autobot Scout Bumblebee. Damn. So he's an asshole. Basically, he's just an asshole. What the fuck did I just... Okay. That is another thing vintage I wish I had fucking back. People that weren't wanting to fuck machines. I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm scarred. I'm scarred. In fact, I'm just gonna end the stream now because what the fuck? Well, I don't know what the hell I just saw. Why do people want to fuck machines? We may even never know. After 6 will do my control. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember people were obsessed about that at one point or another. Oh my god. Alright. So, gonna bring this stream to a close because that was too much for me to fucking handle for one stream, and I'm already bad as enough being as fucking tired as I am. So quite frankly, I say that's enough for now. Thank you all so much for listening to this podcast. And thank you especially to my beautiful Misty Bizarre. You are the highlight of my day, every single day. You're my everything. I love you with everything. Honestly, this would most likely have been a boring stream without you. I love you so much with everything. And I will definitely talk to you in the morning when I am more stable. And to the rest of you, love you all. Thank you so much for listening. And I can turn this off now. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed for what you could. Be sure to ring that ding-a-ling bell. Why do I keep fucking saying that? God damn it, Austin Evans. Anyway. Like, subscribe, comment your favorite part. Mine was just really just talking about vintage stuff the whole stream. I didn't realize when I came on that I was going to be talking about more than just gaming, and really that's when I got a better understanding that when I talk about gaming, I will start talking about vintage, because the vintage eras of gaming is where my passion lies with gaming. That's why I can appreciate low graphics games, why I can appreciate stuff with all these cheesier stories, why I can appreciate shit, why I can appreciate the fact that I still have a crap ton of games from the fucking 2000s and 2010s from my 3DS. Like, it all goes hand in hand. Yes. Screenshot. So, thank you for watching. Love you all. And I will see you in the next video. Stay in there, Lens.